don't get on me, because what better place for an intro than the shower, okay? If y'all need a quick background, pull that shower curtain, beep beep, we are good. But anyways, thank you for coming back to my channel, and if you're new, what's poppin'? Make sure to subscribe to be a favorite. Today is gonna be our second, I was gonna say day 2, but it's like I'm not doing it in like consecutive days, so I feel weird saying that. So it's gonna be our second part of our editing series. I'm really excited to do this editing series. I hope you guys got to watch the first video where I did editing for Fonto. If you didn't get to watch that, go check that video out. I did editing for Fonto, which is basically like a font and text app for pictures, which is super cool. And today we are going to do editing for CueCut Pro, and CueCut Pro is an editing video app. I love CueCut Pro. I was using CueCut Pro for like a really long time. It's like a really easy editing app for the iPhone. I was using it for a while. Now I use Video Leap, and that will be in, I'll go over Video Leap either next week or in 2 weeks. But yeah, so we're CueCut. I loved CueCut though. I was using CueCut for a long time, but like since my phone barely has storage now, it's like CueCut you actually need storage for, so it's hard to use. But I do love CueCut, so I hope you guys enjoy this video and I hope you guys learn from it. And yeah, let's just get straight into the video. No more talking for me. I'm gonna do the same thing, voiceover, so see you guys soon. Thanks.
Okay, so this is going to be the very first screen you see when you're opening the app, and this is just going to be where all your saved movies are. And this is another reason why it's like takes up a lot of storage, because it can save like all your movies in here, so that's also like a really cool feature too. But yeah, so at the top of the screen it gives you an option to edit. If you hit that, it will come up with 3 things. The first one is going to be the remove movie button, so that gives you the option to remove, and that's that big red circle. The second circle is going to be the duplicate movie button, and that gives you the option to add a copy to the movie. So like if you want to make another one with the same exact movie. And the third option is to send to iTunes. I never use that, but of course that would be like to send project to iTunes. I'm sure that's more for like music or something. I don't know. But moving on, the next thing at the top of the screen is going to be the import from iTunes button. Again, that's beyond me, but I'm sure somebody else has a video like going in depth on that. So then there's a little info button, and if you click this, it just pops up with some info. If you click on these actual things, though, it will give you like tutorials, videos, take you to the CueCut homepage. That's really cool. So then there's the plus sign at the top left corner. This gives you option to create a new movie. We're going to create a new movie. You could change the title to whatever you want. You're the only one who's going to see this title, so it doesn't matter what you make it, honestly. But I'm going to make mine fave, so we're going to hit create. Then there's the option for HD, SD, or square. HD high definition, SD standard, and square for social media. I always use HD for YouTube. Then landscape or portrait. I always use landscape for YouTube. Your portrait's going to be more Instagram. And then background color. They have a lot of options for colors, so I'm going to click back on it. But yeah, they have so many options. You could choose your own color, really create your own. So we're going to go with this random color because I kind of like it. Then frame rate. I always keep mine at 30, and I think 30 is a good one for YouTube. I am not like in depth about frame rate, but I know that like if it's below 30 or something, you won't be able to see it. I don't know, something like that. But fixed cover image is for your own sake. It'll have a cover image in the beginning on that home screen that I was showing you guys. But anyways, for YouTube, I do HD, landscape, and any background color. We're going to hit done. And here, boop, it'll bring us to this baby. So now the main CueCut like home screen in the actual video making. So this is just like your timeline, time bar, whatever, where all your things are gonna be. And yeah, you could shrink this, make it larger, smaller, however you would like. The more things you start to add, like the more you'll start to see. It's like convenient for that feature. Alright, so let's get started. Hit that plus sign right there that you see, and it's going to take you to the options for video, which is right from your camera roll, photo, which is from your camera roll, and I'm going to show you how it looks because it's a little different than like other apps. So it gives you options to have from your albums, also from library, also from file sharing, and also from the regular camera. So file sharing is going to be like import from the computer or anything. So then it gives the option for text, which is actually from CueCut. It pulls up with text. You can type in like whatever you want, and it gives you options to type right as soon as you click text, so that's pretty cool. You drag it around using the thing on the screen, like just on that actual screen. And then yeah, you double click to get off of something, and then you could also double click to get back on something. or you could also hit the check sign that's in the bottom, which I'll show you guys in a second. So with CuteCut, as you start to stack up videos, pictures, text, and everything, it will start to stack up below each other. The only thing you are able to add to each row, is that a row or a column? I can't remember which one's going horizontal, but whichever one's going horizontal, the only thing you'll be able to add is the same exact thing. So you see how I'm adding all this text, but I'm only in the text row. I can only add text that row. I can't go and add a video to that row if I wanted to, if that makes sense. So next we're going to go to our self-draw, which I already clicked, and it gives you the option to paint if you want to paint. And it also gives you the option to, I have this on like literally like huge width because I was playing with it earlier. So I'm sorry about like that like ginormous width that you're seeing here, but I will change it in like a second. I don't know what I was doing, but yeah, it gives you the option to add a straight line. It gives you the option to add there I go. But it gives you the option to add a box if you'd like to box. But if you'd like to add a box, and then it also gives you the option to add a circle and a star. So those are the shapes that it's going to give you the options to add. And then you also get to add text. I don't know why they have text here too when you could already add text, but I guess it's like just a different type of text. So wherever you like tap on the screen is where the text is going to be added. Or you could create the box by tapping and dragging out, and then your text will be added there, like as this is. So that's a cool option that it gives you. Then on the bottom, it gives you options to insert a picture. When you tap the screen, it will insert the picture right to there. And that's pretty cool. I never used that, but I'm actually might start using that instead of going through trying to insert pictures. That was such a cheat code. But yeah, so this is just stroke hardness. And the one I just passed was like line width. And then the arrow is going to erase the last thing you did. It's only going to do the last thing you did. And then this thing right here, like this light kind of icon, it is gonna erase everything. So be careful not to press that on accident ever, because it erases everything. It just wipes it completely gone. So yeah, that's important to always remember. And right next to it is a save right down the bottom right, and that just saves it. But it literally like just takes a screenshot of your project. So now we're going to add another layer. So we're going to go to the plus sign again. It gives you the option to go to music. Music is theirs. Sound effects is theirs. iPod is what's from your phone. And then file sharing is what's downloaded from the laptop. Then it goes to voice, and you can add the option to add a voiceover. And your voiceover starts immediately as soon as you click voice. That's important to know. So now let's get to something. So if you pull on this circle thingy, it's going to pull out the text. If you drag the text out, it's going to push all the other text away. If you drag the text back, it's going to pull all the other text back also. And the thingy I'm moving right there, just make sure like that's in the middle of your text or middle of whatever you're editing whenever you're editing it, because then it will sense that you're editing it. Sometimes it likes to act funny. But on the bottom, if you hit that little duplicate, it will duplicate. If you hit the scissors, it will cut. And then if you hit the trash can icon, it will delete it. Double clicking brings it back up. We're gonna skip this for now because it's like transition, so I'm gonna do this at the end because it's like more in depth. So we're gonna go back, hitting the arrow, and then we're gonna double click again. And then the next thing is a little sunshine icon. That's our transparency. So like I said with the thing, it has to be like in the center of what you're editing, but you bring it all the way up, it takes away, because it'll obviously make it 100% transparent. And then you bring it all the way down, it brings it back because there's no transparency. Next is our text, so that just gives you the option to edit your text. Next is gonna be our cropping. That's more for like picture wise, but you could crop text too. I don't really find it necessary. Next is gonna be our colors and hues. This is like saturation, brightness, exposure, temperature. Play around with this. Like if you don't know, saturation like makes things whiter, brightness like will make things like brighter, wider. Contrast will make things like deeper, darker. Temperature makes things warmer, so think of like a orangey color. Exposure, lighter, of course. And then hues are like red, green, blue. Those are like gonna really just play with colors. So like play with these, learn them. Hues are on all editing softwares, apps, so just learn those. Next is gonna be our text size and color. You could pull up the thing, or you can use the arrows up and down, it doesn't matter. And then text size is color is gonna be on the side there. It also has your recent colors. Next is going to be our fonts. I love these. I love the fonts. Oh, okay. I'm still on the color. All right, then. I like get so distracted with like having things in order. Like I'm trying to like center this text and like it's not working. I need to move on with the program and stop being insane. But I was trying to like, I thought it said what's popping faves. I was like tripping. It only says what's popping. That was the problem. I was the problem. But anyway, so next is going to be our font. Fonts are, I love fonts. This app actually has a lot of fonts too, so it gives you all their font options. It gives you your option to upload your own fonts, which is dope. And yeah, we're just gonna pick a random font. Then next is gonna be our border, which is like, think of like a stroke as well. Border, stroke, kind of same thing. Gives you option to do the color for that. And if you're like, what, that's not the right color, or that looks crazy, it's because I messed with the hues. So it would literally change the colors of everything. But next is going to be our aligner. So you can line it left, right, or middle. And then after that is going to be our shadow. You can pull it up, pull it down. It gives you the option of where you want to put it. Also, that's going to be at the bottom. And then after that is going to be just turning our text. You could turn it left, right. You could also stretch your text or like literally like flip it. Yeah. Those two buttons right down there to flip it either up or down or left, right. And then those two last options are the options to either stretch your text or rotate your text. Okay, now we're pushing, so scroll to the front and then we're gonna hit that little magic wand thingy, which is like, ew, I love transitions. But anyways, that plus sign right there is gonna be adding your transition. You do custom transition, which I'll do last, and we're just gonna pick fade in right now, which I should have showed you guys all the transitions, but I'm so slow. But anyway, so I clicked on fade in, which is like just a transition. It has like in, out, or both options, so that's pretty cool. If you click the duplicate button, which is like the same as before, it's going to duplicate it. And then if you hit the trash can, it's going to literally just throw that right away. So I'm going to go back to it because like I said, the thing at the top has to be in between whatever you're editing. So we are going to get on to it. It's like the same exact things as before, except this very last one, because this is like for how the transition is going to come in. I don't think it's going to work because I put fade. So yeah, I should definitely put a different transition. But it's just basically saying like how it's going to hop in, like straight. Yeah. So when it comes to a custom transition, like, oh my god, no, custom, it's me doing it. But no, it's really easy. So you see how I have the thing at the top in between the text, like I said. So when I drag it to the front, that's going to be what I'm focusing on editing. Sorry, I know it's like probably confusing because this is moving and I'm talking. But look at how I dragged it to the bottom. It's going to start on the bottom because that's where I started it when it was at the start. And now this is the end of it. I'm going to finish it on the corner. So it's going to go from bottom to corner because I placed it there when ending. I'm going to show you guys better here. So let's do a little mini editing movie. So I'm just going to reorganize these because whatever's at the top of your screen is going to be what's seen first. So say you see how I have the text at the top of the screen now and I have my video last. I will not be able to see my video because it's going to be under the text screen. But say I put the text last and I put my video first. I'll be able to see my video now and the text because the text can go over the video, but the video can't go over the text, if that makes complete sense to you guys. So I reorganized this so my video's on top and you see how the text just comes in. And that transition there was our custom transition, which we're going to tweak a little bit. We're going to just tweak it. But, yeah, so I have it reorganized. I'm going to show you guys like a couple of the features that you couldn't see from the text, but down here is the little eyeball. If you click that eyeball, it's going to take a screenshot just how the one did earlier when it saved to camera roll. This also will save to your camera roll. This is also a good way for me to get thumbnails during my video. This right there is shadow again. This right here is rounded corners, so you could do that on your videos border size. Of course, it was on the other thing too, but like this is border size for videos. If you're on the corners, it will go around those corners, of course. Then there's this timer here, which speeds up the video, shortens the video, does all that jazz. And now we are going to go into a mini editing session. So another feature you could do with clips is to drag and drop them either to the trash can or to duplicate them. It gives you options right when you press and hold on a clip to do either one of those. So I'm just deleting all these text clips. But also if you double click it, it gives you options for duplicate and trash can too, as I showed you guys in the beginning. And you use the two little circle things to stretch it. And for transitions, you can literally click on them at any time. Like just click the blue that's highlighted on my text. So I'm like centering the text a little to fix my custom transition and all that jazz. I'm spinning it so it's gonna like spin out for my transition and spin to the bottom. See, that's the thing that's cool about custom transitions, because you can really make it like however you'd like, spinning it, doing whatever, doing this little dancey dance. So then we're gonna go to the top. I'm gonna cut this clip up to make it look a little like cooler. I'm gonna speed some clips up, slow some clips down. And like usually when I'm making things and like editing videos and everything, I literally just like mess around and play around like how we're doing right here. I try different things, try it sped up, try it slowed down, try it with text, without text, with music, without music. Like trying different things is going to be the only way where you'll really know like, oh, I like this, or oh, I like how this looks. I literally will jump from different editing apps also, like whichever one. If I'm not feeling like something is fitting my needs in that moment, I am going to leave. So we got it edited a little, and I think I like the way it looks. Let's watch it. So that was just a nice little quick, guys, a feel of how it like looks when it like all comes together. This is it again. So at the top right corner gives you option to export to album, send by email, send to YouTube, or send to Facebook. You can do any of those. Then it has the settings, which you could use this during at the time if you want to change any of the settings that you did in the beginning. Then it also has the back button, which I could have showed you guys way earlier, and I should have probably, but that just erases everything recent.
This time I'm gonna do an outro. I'm just gonna say bye, guys. I'll see you guys on Friday. Happy Tuesday, though. I hope you guys have a great day, okay? Make sure to subscribe below. Give this a thumbs up. Thanks for watching.